Oh, hello there. This is Kit from the Tualatin Public Library. We just bought some water blasters and I'm practicing for the big battle we're going to have outside. Problem is, I'm having problems seeing around corners. Hmm. Oh, I know the perfect project for that. Let's make pool noodle periscopes. Say that 3 times fast. All right, let's get started. Okay, to do this project, you'll need a pool noodle. I got this for $1 from the dollar store. We're gonna have to cut about a foot off of it because unfortunately pool noodles are not notoriously straight. So we need to cut off a little bit of a length so that we can get a more accurate view up the length of the hole. We'll need tape. I got this pretty stuff also from the dollar store for $1. And then we're gonna need a pen, some mirrors. These are 2-inch mirrors I got from Joann's. They were 4 for 99 cents. And then a pair of scissors, a ruler, and supposedly a protractor, but not many people except geeks like me have one of these at home, so we're going to do something a little different. What we need is a 45-degree angle to cut with, so we're just going to take a piece of paper and create our own 45-degree angle. Essentially, we're just making a large triangle, and then we're going to cut it, and therefore we'll have our very easy 45-degree angle to follow. All right, now what we're going to do, we're going to measure about 4 inches up from the bottom, and we're going to make a mark. This is where we're going to start our cut. Excuse me, it's a little windy out here, so you'll see things blowing around occasionally. And once we have that mark, then what we're going to do is we're going to cut up at an angle. This will cause us to have 2 pieces that will fit together at a 90-degree angle. So we take this 45-degree angle that we created, we put the end on that spot, making sure that the straight edge is as lined to the bottom as you can. And then we're just going to draw a line that we're going to then cut to make our 2 pieces. And that's much easier than using a protractor, believe me. Once you have the line drawn, then we can just take a pair of scissors. You can use knife, but honestly, scissors works just fine. And there you have it. You have the longer piece, and then you have the other piece that will fit together. We're going to go ahead and do the other end at the same time, though, because otherwise it can get kind of confusing, and you want the angles to go the same way. So we're going to do the 4 inches again. And then I looked for the middle, and then I realized that we don't want it from the middle. We want the middle of our cut to be there. So you adjust it over. You're trying to get it as about the same space as the other cut and going the same direction. And we'll go ahead and cut off the end for that, and we'll save that for our next step. All right, now that we have both pieces cut, we are going to look and see if we got a 90-degree angle. As you can see, this one's a little short of a 90-degree angle, so we're probably going to have to trim it just a little bit. This can be a little bit by eyeball. It does have to be pretty exact in terms of the angle, but you can kind of fiddle around with it once you've got it to the point where you're taping it to determine whether the mirror actually is at the right angle. So now we're actually going to make the marks to cut the slits that we will fit our mirrors into. So we kind of dissect the angle between the 2 of them. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to take our ruler and try to get it, approximately right across. It's a little bit of an eyeball again. And these will determine where our 45-degree angles again, because we want our mirrors to be 45 degrees to each of these angles. So we're going to pick up our paper and we're going to put it down, and we're going to align it again as much as we can and draw a 45-degree angle up towards the tip. We do that again on the other side. If you do this correctly, they'll actually meet and they will surround the tip of the piece. You're going to cut a slit that's about an inch into each of those lines. Because our mirrors are 2 inches, we want to do an inch on this side and then an inch on that side. Okay, and there's our slit that we're going to fit it into. And just to show you, here's how the mirror fits in. It fits in kind of snugly. You can see that it's angled so you can see down the thing and then in. And then we're just going to do the same thing to the smaller piece. where we're going to draw our 45-degree angle. Again, they will meet if you do it properly around the tip. Cut our slits, and then we're going to fit those two pieces together, sliding the other half of the mirror into the other half. This can be a bit fidgety, but have a little patience and just kind of push around a little bit, and there you go. Now the next part of this would be to stabilize it with tape. So that's what we're going to do. This takes a little while, so I sped it up. When you're doing this, after you do the first two sides, you might want to look into it and do that angle. You want to look into it and make sure that you can see. I think I did that here in a little bit. Yep, right there. Once that's it, then it's really just covering in tape for decoration purposes. Once you have the joint stabilized, then you just cover it, and basically you're just going to do the same thing on the other end, and this is about what it will look like when you're finished. But you know me, I can't do anything simple, so here we go. Here's my camouflaged periscope.
The battle has begun. You should find the best spot. Okay, this is the best spot. I'm going to keep a watch out here. Meanwhile, this is Kip from the 12th Library. I hope you had fun making